We've got a bit of a different crew today. Well, maybe I'm the only one different. We're going to start off as we always do, our monthly podcast with introductions. My name's Emily Batten. I'm the Director of K-12 School Leadership.
Hi, my name is Jessica Block. I'm the Assistant Principal at the K-8 campus.
I'm Lila McIver, your principal at Westlake Charter High School.
And Felix Flores, your WAVE president.
The gang is all here. We are jumping in and we're going to keep our same monthly formats. We've gone through several months with this format, but just as a reminder, our monthly format, we're going to start off with celebrations. We're going to shout out some core value awards for our core value reflection for this month. And then we'll celebrate 20 years of joyful learning and jump into what's happening this month and then some ways to get involved. So we've got a full show for you today. Let's start off with celebrations. Mr. McIver, you want to take us away?
I would love to. I am celebrating back to school nights across both of our campuses. It is so fun. It happens one Wednesday, it's K-8, and then the following week we head over to the high school for open house. And it is so fun just to see the full spectrum K-12. I mean, this was our very first K-12 open house. That's a big deal with all grade levels. To see the span of the entire school in that week-long period, it's just such a moment of celebration, right? We've got down to like kindergartners finishing up their very first year at Westlake to our seniors. And can I just say the show up for seniors at open house was pretty gosh darn good for the last open house. So we had families who were here at Westlake Charter High School celebrating open house for their very first last time.
Love it. Great celebration. Mrs. Block, you want to take our next celebration?
Yes, so I just like moments ago came in from we are wrapping up Maya's Bike Month with Jibe, and our kindergartners rode the most during Maya's Bike Month, and Jibe celebrated them with Kona Ice. And so the Kona Ice truck pulled out to school, and the kindergartners all got one, and they were just so much joy and so much fun, but they were out there, and so we love our partners at Jibe who are celebrating all those healthy habits, and so it was great on a good hot day.
Wonderful. Love Kona Ice. Felix, what are you celebrating this month?
I'm celebrating just Staff Appreciation Week. I feel like 1 week isn't long enough to celebrate our teacher and admin that make Westlake as great as it is. It was great to see all the teachers smiling, participating in the taco bar. They got Kona Ice as well on one day. But it was exciting just to see like all the staff hopefully felt the love that us parents and families here at Westlake really do feel for all the amazing work that you have done. I volunteered in the classroom this year, and I can tell you firsthand that I cannot do the job that teachers and the admins do at the school. And so hopefully they feel celebrated that we were able to give them a little bit of gratitude and thank you for all the hard work that they've done.
Wonderful. Thanks for teeing me up for my celebration then, Felix. We would like to celebrate our WAVE partners and the way that you showed up to celebrate our staff during Staff Appreciation. It is definitely a lot of orchestration. There's lunches happening at both campuses, breakfast and treat bars and all kinds of things. And so thank you to you, your board, and all the families that just lean in to make that happen and ensure that everyone feels seen and very special. Wonderful. Well, great round of celebrations. Let's go ahead and dive into our core value awards. Just as a reminder, our core value this month is the core value of reflection. It's a great one to end on. Ms. McIver, do you want to take us away on a core reflection celebration?
I would love to. So my core value award goes to our ninth graders. I will celebrate our ninth graders currently our class of 2028. I know we are so excited about our founding class, but all four classes that we have here at Westlake Charter High School are just incredible. So our class of 2028 is just this incredible group of students, and I'm reflecting as we get to the end of the year about how much growth and reflection happens during that ninth grade year at the high school, right? We get them here. We have some students coming in from our middle school. We have some students who are coming in from other middle schools in the area, and they just create this new class of ninth graders. And so it just is always this amazing moment to pause at the end of the year to reflect on how much growth happens in ninth grade. They are such a reflective group of students who have really, there's like this moment they're like, oh, I figured it out. I figured out what has to happen in high school. It's like, you got it. And so that period that happens in ninth grade is just so amazing to see that reflection that happens.
Wonderful. Love calling out the ninth graders. Block, how about you? Do you have a celebration, a core value award to give out?
I do. I will celebrate kind of the ones right before our eighth graders. Our eighth graders have been putting together their end of the year slide about kind of reflecting on where they're going. Some of them are including their baby pictures. If you haven't looked at our yearbook this year, there's eighth graders have baby pictures in there, a little guess who moment. But the other thing that I've seen is kids are now finding, they're like, hey, my mom told me I need to recreate this picture. And then it's be like them and their third grade teacher, and they're like finding and seeking out their, like, my mom told me I have to. And I'm like, you kind of love it. But just reflecting on them kind of being on this campus and finding those moments where they're like, hey, look at how far I've come. So they're a fun group. Wonderful. So you'll have them next year and they'll be great.
Here we go. The end of our K and the beginning of our high school, both getting shout outs. Felix, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's fitting that we're doing reflection at the end of the year with this one. I think one of the elements of that core value is just like social awareness, particularly understanding the thoughts and feelings of others. And so this comes with a little bit of a story for this core value. My core value award, I would give it out to Dr. Ike, who's not on the call today. But there was a moment in January, for some people that know, I don't necessarily put my private life on blast for everybody, but my dad passed away at the end of January. And, we ended up having his funeral on the day of the family dance that Wave puts on every year. And so it was an emotional time. There were a lot of things going on. I was figuring out a million things in this moment. However, one of the strengths I think that Westlake has as its culture and its admin particularly is to, whenever they see the ball on the ground or something happening, like, let's get up, let's get to it, let's fix it, let's go through it, let's make sure we get this thing going. And so he just listened. And it took so much, I think, appreciation and pride of my end that our leadership was able to model that to someone like me, which means I would imagine they're doing that for other folks as well. I got to give them props for that, because I think it's definitely, that's a top-down culture I would love to see continue to be implemented and generalized with our school.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I think we're going to jump into our 20 years of joyful learning. I put joyful learning as my core value award, which is funny to celebrate one core value while giving an award for another one. But I think we just talked about two groups of students, our eighth graders and our ninth graders, all of whom are part of that 20 years of development at our school. And we are coming on the close of our 20th year. I just was in a meeting with somebody where they're like, literally 1 week from today, we will graduate our senior class, which I was both simultaneously an exciting moment and a moment of like, oh my gosh, it's 1 week from today. But just, this 20 years of growth of Westlake Charter School, the families that have been impacted by our school, and the continuing work. I love the celebration of our ninth graders, because you're right, our founding class is getting this moment, but in 4 years, this class will be our fourth graduating class, and can only think about where we will be at that point in time and how exciting that is. So we're going to jump right into a lightning round of upcoming events. June is quickly coming to a close for us, even though the month is just starting. We've got a rapid fire set of events that happen in June, so we'll list those off for everyone, so you can mark your calendars if they're not already marked. I'll start us off, and then we'll go through our order. Does that work, everybody? Okay. Monday, June 2nd, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we have K-5 Field Day.
Tuesday, June 3rd, we have the middle school field day.
And on Tuesday, June 3rd, it is also our Westlake Charter High School class of 2025 graduation ceremony. And a reminder to all, the high school will dismiss for all students at 12 o'clock on that day.
Where's the air horn, the DA?
Right.
Well, I guess the seniors are dismissed from this as well. But Wednesday, June 4th, we have the Westlake Charter High School field day for 9th and 11th graders.
Wednesday, June 4th, we have our 8th grade promotion.
Also, on Wednesday, June 4th, it is our last day of school. We're the K-8 campus and the high school campus will dismiss at noon. Our 8th graders get to go home after 8th grade breakfast that day.
Wonderful. And this is just that's our last official date, but a general reminder to everyone. We've got those lost and founds that are usually bulging at this time of year. I think we've had some dips in temperature, so I'm sure we've got some sweatshirts that were discarded as the day hit 85. So don't forget to pick up those lost and found items, as items are donated a week after the last day of school. Anybody have an event that you're looking forward to on that list that you're especially excited about? No, nothing. It's all just...
I was gonna say my mine is actually this breakup of the K-5 and middle school field days. I think it's genius. It was a learned lesson from last year. I think we heard our feedback. I love the fact that we're gonna have these morning breakups for field days. I think that's awesome.
Great. Anybody else? Something else you want to shout out, or just everything is kind of exciting? We're all just sort of...
I'm gonna say I'm so excited for graduation, right? But like my mom heart is so excited about field day. We sat down this weekend to like make sure like my kids had their colors for field day. So I just love, right? We have this momentous occasion with graduation, but all the other things that come along with the close of the school year, it's just fun stuff.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Mrs. Block. You take it. Go for it.
I was going to say, I'm excited for graduation. I am also so excited for promotion. These 8th graders are my very first kindergartners. So when I started here at Westlake and I taught kindergarten, this was that class. So I will see them all the way through, and it just warms my heart. I just have such a special place in my heart for this class because I've kind of gone full circle with them. So I'm excited for that.
There you go. And then you'll be here when they graduate from high school. It just continues on.
Right.
And then as Maxwell Batten says, someday we'll open a college and we'll just stay with them forever.
Good plan.
Yeah, there we go. You heard it here first. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the show with ways to get involved. Felix, do you want to take it away, ways that we can get involved? Shout out to our families.
Yeah, most definitely. But quick note for those that are listening on audio, you may not be able to see this video, but I like that Miss Block is wearing a bright yellow shirt while the rest of us got the black memo for today. So, I love the standout energy that you have there. Speaking of standing out and energy, there are ways for you to get involved with WAVE. So first is that we would love to see as many parents as possible for these field days. You should look in the Westlake Weekly for the sign-up form. Try to do that. Get involved. We'll have a WAVE booth at Westlake, particularly for the 2 K through 8 field days where you can come check in, sign in. We'll get you situated where you need to be. Our good friend Patrick Hanna will not be there. So for those of you that gotten used to the bullhorn management of Patrick Hanna, we're gonna have to find somebody to step up in that role. So please come through for field day. Second thing, we are having a volunteer celebration event on June 5th, which will be that Thursday after school has ended. We're TBD right now as a recording of what that place is going to be, but I should have an announcement hopefully on Facebook that this is by May 28th or 29th. And then we have a few open spots left for the WAVE board and leads. And so if there's anyone who's interested in getting involved, I have felt very blessed in these last few weeks where I've had a few folks who maybe didn't make the election opportunity happen, but it said, hey, I've got a healthy amount of time and commitment. I just want to figure out what can I get involved with. And so I'm looking to have kind of a full rounded board with the leads that we have for next year as well. And then I'm excited to see a lot of y'all, hopefully, who are listening, maybe at Kinder assessments, in beginning of June. And then we're going to actually start up our uniform swap online version of that over the summer as well. So there'll be some announcement coming through for that as well.
Wonderful. So many great events to look forward to as we wind down this year. And then as this team does begin thinking about next year and what making it even better. Felix, I know you said you had an Easter egg you wanted to share. You want to drop that in?
Yes. So these Easter eggs have been surprisingly popular after every podcast. So if you made it this far, if you're 15, 20 minutes in, congratulations to you. The last 2 times we've given out T-shirts to folks who kind of found out the Easter egg or found out about what we're doing. What I'm going to do this time around is, if you're listening to the podcast, we want you to reply or send an email to admin at westlakecharter.com and just say, I listened to the podcast. Here's my kids' grade levels and teacher. I'm going to collect the emails, and the classroom teacher that has the most responses, I'm giving them donuts on their last day of school. So they're getting the email. They should be able to listen to podcasts, the weekend before. We'll get the emails hopefully Monday, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, we'll be able to give out those donuts to folks. So the deadline will be Tuesday, probably around 4 p.m. because then I got to put the order in.
There we go.
There we go.
You heard it. Get those classes to jump in, get your class motivated to respond, and listen to the podcast. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And as always,
let's explore.
Or